You awake?
I am now. What time is it?
Time to get moving. We aren't even halfway there.
Really? Seems like I just dozed off.
You did. 6 months ago after we lifted off from the moon. And you were snoring like a chainsaw the whole time. Anyway, please get up, empty the excess artifact compactor, and jettison the pack on the aft.
Yes, ma'am, Margaret Wilco. But first, maybe rustle up some breakfast?
Do it now, okay? And then defrost the meat packs after you get back. I know you always hate taking out the garbage, but it is necessary. Oh! The months-old garbage stinks of my heaven.
That's not all that stinks. How did I get in this impossible situation? The powers that be had known about our history. Would they have assigned me as backup for the mission? If only Menendez hadn't come down with COVID a week before launch. There's no way we can survive being locked up together in this tin can and on Mars for up to 3 years without one of us getting court-martialed, committing murder, or both.
That's affirmative, Moon-based control. We are wide awake and ready to update all our software and tweak our commo gear. Barring a meteorite strike or other unforeseen event, we should be landing on Mars early next year as planned. Orion 12, out.
So, what do we do now for the next several months?
You should know. It's all laid out on the mission brief. The Apollo astronauts had to monitor a passel of critical instruments and react to prevent problems. There's not much for us to do these days. Our AI-managed integrated systems handle just about everything except light housekeeping.
This is just not what I expected, or what the Academy prepared me for.
Well, you knew that spaceflight has always been streamlined since the 21st century. Anyway, what would you rather be doing?
I don't know, really. You know, I've always dreamed of being a freelance cosmologist.
What on earth is that?
You know, a guy, kind of like a wandering minstrel, who roams the galaxies, explaining the origin of the universe.
Why would anyone want a job expounding the Big Bang Theory, which kids today study in the 3rd grade?
Well, for one thing, it's wrong.
Oh, come on! Who are you to dispute people like Lemaitre, Hubble, Einstein?
Maybe the old guy said that like 14 billion years ago. There was a humongous explosion, like a vast assemblage of nuclear bombs detonating instantly, that created everything in our ever-expanding universe. But I don't think so.
And what really happened, genius?
Oh, it's simple. I think God, who always was sitting around feeling bored and lonely until something tickled his nose. And he created everything with the humongous cosmic sneeze.
It's simple, all right. Remember the crusty old cynic H.L. Mencken? He said, for every complex problem, there is an answer that is clear, simple, and wrong.
And what's wrong with my idea of the cosmic sneeze?
Oh, for one thing, it's not even original. In classical literature 101, we all had to read an old novel about an interstellar hitchhiker that featured a cosmic sneeze. And then I think later there was a kids' animation series about in which a sneeze changed the color of things.
That was science fiction. My theory is science fact.
Okay, if everything was created because something tickled God's nose, then what was it that tickled him?
It could have been anything. A bug or...
Hold it! Right there! In your unique theory, if nothing existed before the big sneeze, there was nothing something to trigger it.
Huh. Guess I didn't think about it. But,
nothing. That is what drove me crazy for 3 years. Your perpetual daydreaming about what could be instead of dealing with what actually is.
You should talk. Every day of our marriage, you were so relentlessly focused on reaching the next rung on your career ladder that you had absolutely no time for anything else. Not even expressing our feelings. We were living like roommates, not husband and wife.
We were always arguing and drifting apart. Whenever I tried to engage you in a come-to-Jesus conversation, you would just always go off on a tangent, responding with something fanciful or with a pathetic attempt at humor.
Really? Oh yeah? Like what? Give one example.
Like when I tried talking with you after I learned what you told Rob while he and Terry were visiting us with their 3 adorable kids.
What are you talking about?
You told Rob you thought the kids had created complete chaos. After that, I knew that we would never be able to talk about anything as important as to whether to have children. That's when I called my lawyer.
I'm stunned to hear you say that. What I actually said to Rob was that as a welcome change to our normal routine, it was delightful to have the kids and dogs chasing around the house, creating glorious chaos. I loved it. And I told him I soon hoped we'd be having kids of our own.
Is that true? That you thought all this commotion was glorious and that you couldn't wait to have children?
Well, yeah, it was. And I'd still feel that way. If we hadn't gotten divorced, that is.
Why didn't you tell me?
But when the hell could I have done that? You just said we could never have serious conversations.
Oh, man! I've always wanted children. I just wanted to wait until it could fit into our carefully planned timetables. And, I never stopped loving you.
Really? Do you?
Like what?
Could you? Would you consider giving it another try?
Wow. I don't know. Maybe? We have plenty of time to talk about it.
Copy that! Ooh, if we did this how we want to, we could get married on the chapel on the moon base. Or even on Mars. What do you think?
Actually, I think that right now we have to table that discussion until tonight. After we have verified all the algorithms plotting our paths through the gravitational fields of the planets and asteroids en route. Oh, and check the projections for when Moon and Mars will be near enough for us to return safely and on schedule.
You were mission focused still. And while I tease you about it, I've always admired your devotion to duty. I agree, we can talk later. What I need to know now is how you feel about the prospect of us getting back together.
I'm over the moon.
Oh.
Come on, Georgia!
What is this?
Hello? What the hell am I supposed to be doing, Georgia? There's nothing here!
Who's doing that?
That's a spotlight. Heaven's got a spotlight?
Nobody said a thing about heaven, Jeff.
Oh, Jesus! No offense! There's nothing here. Nobody. Why do you keep pushing me out here? What am I supposed to do?
Get back in the light. He wants to look at you, I think.
doing that on purpose, aren't you? See, it is a he.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is. You said so.
No, it isn't. You're putting words in my mouth.
Jesus, oh God,
I did it a lot when I first got here too. More than you, actually. Kept doing it too, on purpose. My go-to was, "Sweet Jesus, will someone tell me what I'm doing here?" Then I got snippy with it. I'd say, "You're not going to make me crazy by not saying anything." Then I tell him, "I'm just going to sit my ass down and wait until you tell me what in hell, or wherever, I'm doing here." But there was nothing to sit on, so I fell on my ass instead.
So, what am I supposed to be doing, Georgia? What are you doing here? What'd you do when you got here?
I don't know, Jeff. I guess I did what you're doing. Waiting.
What, for Godot?
So it's not really waiting. You know, time just keeps moving on.
Georgia, you've been here for what? 20 years now? That's a long time to be wandering around in a void doing nothing. Like, what'd you do this morning?
Morning. Huh. Well, I guess I knew you'd gotten here, and I knew I had to help you through this first part.
Whoa! How many parts are we talking here?
I don't know.
What's with this guy?
I don't know if it's a guy, Jeff.
Me neither. Listen, if it's handy, could you maybe bring the two lights to the same place?
Oh, he doesn't like that.
What?
Pride.
Seriously? I got him to respond and I'm not entitled to enjoy my own success?
No.
It's gonna be a long day, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, fine. I will appreciate things without celebrating my victories. How's that?
He's not much of a talker either.
Okay, sorry. I'm new here. Obviously got a lot to learn. Seems she has a sense of humor.
She? Really?
Well, whatever this is all about, it's good to see you again. No?
You too.
God, I mean, that's harder to stop than smoking. who decided I'd be an eternity in these clothes?
But you think someone dressed you in that?
Come to think of it, maybe she was. Wouldn't be the first one.
If whatever's up there is a woman, you wouldn't be here in sneakers, cargo pants, and a Leonard Skinner t-shirt.
You think I could make a second request?
Sure.
See, do you have any furniture? I mean, something maybe we could sit on. Doesn't have to be fancy.
Oh no, he
Couldn't you have dropped it here in the first place? I mean, like, why over there?
Because it would have landed on our heads.
Strange place. The way people talk about it, I was picturing a big block party with everyone we'd ever lost. I wouldn't mind having a conversation with my dad, you know, or my mom, or my older sister. Seen any of them around? Or any of your people?
Not that I know of.
Wow, that is tough. The whole, you'll see everybody up there was a big part of the sales pitch, wasn't it?
I don't know, Jeff. I mean, maybe it's like that for some people. Just not for everybody.
Ooh, segregation at the pearly gates? Who'd have thunk? What do you think?
About what?
What? All this? I mean, you seem to have almost gotten used to it, or are we being rewarded or punished?
I mean, it's hard to say, you know. Sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy with the nothing, the nobody, but Jeff, it's better than those pictures we used to see, right? The fires of hell and all that.
True. But I guess I'm wondering why we're together. Does he pair everybody back up?
Unfinished business, maybe?
I stopped thinking about that a long time ago, Georgia.
Liar.
Okay. Guilty. I spent the last 20 years since thinking of little else.
Jeff, I'm sorry, but I just couldn't. I didn't mean to. It was an accident.
Hey, Georgia, I know.
No, you don't know, damn it. You think you know, but you just stood there with that pitiful look on your face.
Georgia, you were dead already.
I was not! I saw you. I couldn't move my hands. I couldn't speak, but I saw you and I told you with my eyes. You just weren't listening.
Hold that thought. Could you maybe give us a hand with something?
He's very busy. All the time.
Yeah, I get it. Probably off somewhere consoling Marie Antoinette. Listen, this is important. Has to be, or we wouldn't be here, would we? Like you said, unfinished business. I did look in your eyes, and I saw a lot of things. I just want to make sure I'm remembering them right. So if you would, look, you've got this lighting thing going on, and I gotta say it's really good. Not so great about moving furniture, but then again, nobody's perfect. Got it. I figure if you can drop this in the middle of nowhere, you can do pretty much anything, right? So could you point whatever human app you've got up your sleeve in our direction and help us see it, remember
Jeff,
it?
no, I don't want to. No.
Georgia, think about it. It can't hurt you anymore.
Easy for you to say.
It is not easy for me to say. Doesn't surprise me you think it is, or ever was. No. Don't do that. I get it. Pride. Yeah, sorry. Best behavior.
Jeff, I can't.
You can. Look around you. We're not in Kansas anymore. Toto, you died without ever experiencing a resolution to the agony that killed you. If you don't deal with it, you'll be here another 20 years.
Feels like yesterday.
You know what? I think it'll always feel like yesterday, unless we get back there and remember things right. Look, I just got here. I hate the place already. I can barely imagine what we've been through the last 20 years.
Jeff, it's too late.
It's never too late. Look, I bet those priests of old thought we might have to deal with something like this when we die. And that's why when they buried the dead, they'd always say, Resquiskaten Patre.
What?
Peace, Georgia. You look like you could use some.
You too, Jeff.
So, Maestro, if you please.
Oh my God.
I wasn't home at the time, so I'm just going to go and make an entrance.
ago I did.
I know. Our daughter had died.
And you let me die.
Did?
It was a kindness.
I don't know, Georgia. Pardon me. And I just remembered it now. I wasn't thinking about you at all. I was furious. I wanted to holler at you. But I couldn't find my voice. I just literally couldn't find it at all.
Jeff, I'm so sorry I put you through that. I couldn't face it. She died. Jeff, and I just wanted her to stop, and I didn't mean to, and then she just stopped. And oh God, Jeff, I could see everything. I could see you coming home, and police, and lawyers, and jail, and my mother looking at me through prison glass, wondering where she had gone wrong. I couldn't face that, Jeff. I just couldn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Everyone who loved you felt something was off. We just didn't know what exactly. You wouldn't let us in. Every time somebody asked you if you were okay, you'd say, oh, I'm fine. And with me, because I asked repeatedly, you'd just get annoyed and tell me to just leave you alone. I was angry. I wasn't blind when I entered that bathroom. I saw you. Knew exactly what you were thinking. Right down to the part where you imagine trying to have a conversation with your mom through prison glass. I knew you couldn't face all of that. Can we go now?
Chrisley?
Oh, good morning. You must be Thorne? Please call me Helene. And this is Rose.
Sorry. A little out of touch, a little rusty.
Please, no apologies. It's nice to finally meet you. Believe it or not, pregnant ladies get all kinds of stares and unusual attention. Sometimes women will just reach out and touch my tummy. Grandma says it just happens. It's like a blessing from one mom to a new mom.
A tummy blessing. Ma'am?
Oh. Mrs. Soden recommended you.
She taught me how to garden. It's beautiful. I can see why you won an award.
Well, Grandma had me working in her garden before I started school, but my doctor wants me off my feet. Says my ankles are too swollen.
I'll have the back looking great. I can't tell you how much I appreciate this job.
Oh, I need the help. Your release couldn't have come at a better time. How are you doing?
Okay, I guess. She told me I needed patience. I thought I had patience. I don't. She's wonderful. She's awesome. So much more together than I was at her age. She's beautiful. She's caring.
She's afraid of childbirth.
What do you mean? She's afraid of dying in childbirth?
Yes, remember? Her mama died in childbirth.
And so tell the truth. She's alive.
I'm alive!
Patience. She needs time to get to know you. It will all work out.
This is your fault. You told her I was dead. You stole her from me.
Stole. I love her. I gave her a home. I raised her.
You told her I was dead. You called it a beautiful lie. You told me it was for her own good. It's all one big lie.
I told her what she needed to hear. Her beautiful mother died in childbirth, and then her grieving father died in a plane crash. What was I supposed to tell a little girl? What? That her mama was an addict? That you slammed into another car and killed 3 people? I'm sorry, we don't know who your father is, because your mama became a hooker to buy drugs. Oh, by the way, you were born addicted and almost died. Is that what you would tell her?
You didn't have to tell her I was dead.
Oh, you were dead. Inside, it took years to bring you back to life. I spent half of my life working in a women's prison farm, working with broken women, teaching them how to garden and rebuild their lives. Haven't you learned anything?
I learned plenty. I learned how to garden. I learned patience. I learned how to forgive myself. And I learned to forgive you.
Forgive me.
Yes. You and your homilies and your constant nagging. All your lives! Dare you!
I dedicated my life to you and your daughter. How dare you blame me for all of your poor choices?
I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry, don't cry. I don't blame you. I've just been so angry. I've been angry the last 20 years. And now, when I'm standing right beside her and I can't even put my arms around her. I can't even tell her I love her.
Grandma, just in time. Brunch is ready. Have you two been crying?
Tears of joy. You know how sentimental I can get.
It's been a long journey, but I'm here where I'm meant to be. These are happy tears.
You know what, Art? Even here, I'm depressed. I don't know, maybe I'm just bored.
Okay. Sue, it's an old story. Like you and George Sanders. Remember him? British movies, famous second magnitude star, 1940s, 50s, and 60s.
Yes, I remember. Turner Classic Movies, Village of the Damned and all that. I remember his infamous last words. I'm bored. It was quoted all over Hollywood and beyond.
He had everything. British upper class, high class famous actor, suave, always in control.
Yeah, he had everything. He wanted or lacked nothing.
And then he shot and killed himself.
Yeah, and got nothing.
But the nothing he always wanted. So then he had everything again. have an instant cure for you.
Okay. Shoot.
No.
Oh, you're gonna cure me.
Yes.
Okay.
The shoot.
Okay.
You need to take a close-up look at superhero giant killer David. Right? This magnificent work of art, on loan from Florence, maybe just for you.
Oh. Well, I can see his naked butt from here anyway. You think it's also a work of art?
Okay, I can see you really are impressed.
Yes, and I get to spend most every day looking at you and listening to you whine, my old fart husband.
Pretty soon you're going to make me depressed too at this rate.
Maybe bored too, I hope.
Of course. Two can play at that game. Seems like that's the only game we play these days. Dull, bored, blah, nothing, dull, dull. God.
Whoa! Hey, look at David. Look at him. He's huge. Yeah, 17 feet tall. He weighs 6 tons, and he is wow, so totally fit and form. He's way larger than life. It exalts humanity. Would that include us, do you suppose, huh? Dull, blah, boring, nothing, us?
Every part of him is larger than life. Even the more or less private parts of it. His ass, his ding-dong, etc.
Yeah, well, not so private here, it appears. Somehow it makes me want to sing. Oh, sweet mystery of life, at last I found you.
It's an incredible statue, but totally real. Sexy, yet not at all pornographic in effect, amazingly.
But transcendent in every way. Holy shit. Look, sex radiates, but is sublimated. Come on, I want to get a closer look at Mr. Muscles. Okay, let's go. It's winter. We're lucky there's no huge crowds.
Was Michelangelo in love with Florence, you think, in the city? I mean,
Well, scholars say Michelangelo may have been gay.
if so, it seems he had no problem coming out.
Well, yeah, David's thing is the focus somehow. Yeah, it's right there, center stage. Everything positionally revolves around it.
But it's not at all out of proportion, like mine sometimes.
There you go again, you old fart. You dirty old man.
So was Angel Michael. I'm in great company, huh?
Well, I think I'm feeling something. Something of my old self, you know? Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, I think I'm feeling aroused. Oh God, something is turning me on.
This is a monumental work, the awakening of a new era. It affects you instantly. Something new, like love at first sight. Something exciting. Like you, the real you.
Wow. Oh, honey, thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm in heaven when you say things like that.
But there's no sex in heaven, so they say.
Oh.
What kind of heaven is that?
Oh, come on. Look at this right here. Michelangelo himself is heaven on earth. David, Michael, look, I think I'm really getting it. Okay, this statue, David, I can't stop looking at it. It celebrates and glorifies earthly reality. Ass, cock, and all.
Magnificent human form, on form, like David.
Yeah. An example for us all in the here and now. Actually, it makes you want to do it here and now.
Alright. Will you be my it girl?
Well, I'm it if you say so. Do you think Michelangelo had an it girl?
Maybe he didn't need one. So,
Yeah.
shall we?
Shall we? Yeah. Go?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess so. You think it's time? All right. Well, okay. Look, there is so much to see and do in Siena. You think we ought to get going?
Much to do.
I
So
don't
little
know.
time.
I can't believe we figured all of this out. Michelangelo, David, the sublimated you and me, the two of us together. We can be the best you'll ever see. Right? Okay. All right. Let's do it. Let's go. All right. I want to go to a plaza or something.
God. The hell?
What was that? What happened? What? Oh my!
Like a guillotine. The edge on that thing? It's almost curtains.
Oh my gosh, honey. I'm glad you're okay. It must be your lucky day.
Well,
Mine too. Thanks, Angel Michael.
someone's just looking out for us.
Yes, somebody up there must like us.
I love you.
And I love you.
What?
What? No, please. Yeah.
We got to hurry, Henry. Daddy's meeting us in the lobby in 10 minutes.
Chillax, Liza. RJ's gonna love me.
What did you say?
I was joking. Your father, RJ Doolittle III, is gonna be eaten out of the palm of my hand soon enough.
You nearly gave me a heart attack.
I mean, there's nothing to worry about. Look at me. I'm cool as a cucumber.
Oh my God, you know when a word ends in R. We need to practice.
It was a slip, Liza. It was a slip.
Repeat after me. The blender, blender.
I know how to say it.
Then show me. It's blender, not blender. It's bender, not bender.
The blender bender.
Finish it.
The blender bender had a fender bender.
Excellent. Again.
The blender bender had a fender bender.
Good. Now for the R in the middle of the word. The Charlotte harlot.
Liza, I hate this one.
Henry.
Liza! The Charlotte harlot's hair is maned with scarlet.
What was that?
The Charlotte harlot's hair is maned with scarlet.
By Jove, I think he's got it.
The Charlotte harlot's hair is maned with scarlet.
And once again, where is the harlot?
She's in Charlotte. Yeah, she's in Charlotte.
And how is the harlot's hair?
Oh, well, it's scarlet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, scarlet.
The
Charlotte harlot's hair is maned with scarlet.
Bravo, Henry, bravo.
Well, you taught me everything I know. I mean, your father's never going to suspect you're marrying a Boston asshole.
He better not. Oh, I never inherit the company.
Or we'll never inherit the company.
Yes, of course, it has to be the both of us. Because Daddy thinks any single woman over 25 is an irresponsible floozy.
Which is why you need me.
And you need me.
Oh, a match made in heaven.
Oh, do you want to go over some Southern cuisines?
Do I have a choice?
What's your favorite vegetable?
Does ketchup count?
Darling, you remember.
I got this. You know, there's nothing to worry about.
I can't help it. We're this close to $90 million. This close.
I know, we never thought that your father's going to announce his retirement. We thought he'd another 5 years or so.
I guess when Daddy heard the news of our engagement, he realized I was ready to take the reins, but it left us hardly any time to practice.
Hey, luckily, I'm a wicked quick study. You gotta have some faith, you know?
I do. So, what's your favorite vegetable, aside from ketchup?
Okra. Fried okra.
Good. What's your favorite beverage?
Sweet tea.
Oh.
Easy on the eyes.
No. Southerners are wild for ice. How many times do I have to tell you that?
Does it really matter?
Yes, it does. There has never been a Yankee in the family before ever. Daddy's open-minded about most things, but when it comes to mixed marriages,
Mixed marriages.
Southerners and Northerners, that's one Daddy's never gonna cross. That man can snip out a Yankee like a bloodhound. He gets one whiff of anything over that Mason-Dixon line, and he'll shoot you down. That's why we can't give him any ammunition.
You're talking figuratively, right?
I guess you are.
No, Liza.
Figurative, literal, what's the difference? Last question. Oatmeal or grits?
Oh, it's gotta be grits. With enough butter to choke a horse.
Perfect. Biscuit or bagels?
Oh, darling. It's gotta be a biscuit, a buttermilk biscuit. Fresh from the oven, steaming, split wide open and smothered in gravy.
Yes.
Oh, I like being teacher's pet.
Who's pet?
Teacher's pet. Teacher's pet. Set me up.
I guess you're right. No more touching until after you meet Daddy. Speaking of which, we should be here from the front lobby any moment. I told him to call as soon as Daddy enters the lobby.
Well, maybe he won't wait.
No, that's not like him. But it does give us some time to review pronouns.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Compliment my parents' house.
Mr. and Mrs. Doolittle, this is a wonderful home you have here. Thank you so much for letting me be in it. Good.
Ask my cousin Willie and his wife how their drive was.
Willie, Wanda's, I hope you guys had a smooth ride from Mount Olive.
Splendid. How about some male bonding with my favorite uncle?
Rex, you mountain of a man, look at you! I have not seen a Jesus fish belt buckle quite like that. Where'd y'all get it?
Where y'all get it?
Else.
Y'all is never used when you're talking to just one person.
I know. You set me up again.
You need to focus.
Why do I have to say y'all at all?
Because if anybody guesses that you're from Boston, we're doomed. All I want is my daddy's sperm, but Yankees make him see this squirm. It's Southern ways you learn. Oh, wouldn't it be lucrative?
If I survive his 3rd degree, I'll scarf down grits and drink sweet tea. He'll graft me to the family tree. Oh, wouldn't it be lucrative? Lots of serves.
And lots of males, lots of Jesus.
And no goddams. All the clams. Oh, wouldn't it be lucrative?
You know what? That might be the front desk, you know? I've been waiting on them to... Oh, Daddy, it's you. Tell you what, we'll head right down to the lobby and... What was that? Everybody's already in the restaurant. Okay, yeah, sure, we'll head right down in a second. Huh? Henry! Yes, he's right here. You want to what? He wants to say hi.
No, I got it. Good evening, Mr. Doolittle, sir. How y'all doing?
Well, that's about it for now, Benjamin. I've got 4 other patients to... Never mind. Everyone's waiting for you to open your eyes. Your mom is here every day. Your friend Dino visits after school almost as often. And Jennifer, what a sweetheart. Did you know that your sister and I actually went to high school together? In fact, she was...
Hi, Angela. Is this a bad time?
No, of course not. I was finishing up. You just missed Jennifer.
With Brooks?
You doing all right today?
Okay, I guess. I'll be much better when he wakes up.
Come find me a minute before you go, okay? We should talk.
Did something happen?
No,
Any changes?
I'm afraid not.
If it's about moving
You'll find
him...
me after your visit.
I brought you some brownies, honey. I couldn't sleep last night, so I started baking. I baked until 4, I think. Now, I know you can't really have them right now, but you can share them with the staff. I'll put them right here on the table tray. Let me just straighten up a little bit. I'm being a mom, aren't I? You're always calling me out when I'm being a mom. I couldn't do much for your father when he was a patient here. It's as if I'm taking all of that thwarted energy and channeling it to your room and your recovery. I'm always overanalyzing. At least that's what you've told me a dozen times or more. Oh. Okay, enough about that. But I am distracted. The magazine is struggling, and quite frankly, I'm worried about my job. It couldn't come at a worse time with you here and your sister's wedding around the corner. Now, you need to recover real quickly so you can be there for her. Wouldn't that be a wonderful wedding gift? The doctors won't tell me if you'll be able to attend or when you're going to come out of this coma. They're vague. I hate vague. I'm beginning to hate this wedding. For one thing, I'm worried for your sister. Her fiance? Well, what can I tell you? The truth? I've never lied to you, Benjamin. I'm scared for your sister because her fiance Brooks, what a la-di-da name. Well, I'm scared because Brooks is so cold. At heart, I mean. I'm I'm scared for your sister. I'm scared for you. I'm scared about the mortgage payments because once I lose my job.
Mom, chill.
Oh, you're awake, sleepyhead. Oh, how do you feel?
Pretty good, all things considered.
I'll go find a doctor. Oh, wait, it's Saturday. I'll find a nurse instead.
No need. They're in and out of here constantly. This is our time. Now, without the money, use my college fund if you have to.
No. I wouldn't. And your dad wouldn't have either.
I'm okay with it.
No, not you.
Plenty of kids work their way through school.
Not you. Benjamin,
Yeah,
when you're better,
I'm better.
we'll discuss it when you're better.
I'm gonna hold you to that. Now, more urgently, what you need to do is talk to Jen. She's the one making a mistake. It's her whole life. You can't let this slide just because you're afraid of hurting her feelings.
I've actually tried several times. Just the other day, we went for a lunchtime walk in the park and had a discussion about Brooks. She turned the topic inside out and told me I needed to get out more, dating even. I couldn't get through to her about Brooks. She thinks he can do no wrong. So I backed off. I didn't want to totally alienate her.
You should, you know,
Alienate my only daughter?
get out more.
Hold on, my bossy, yet lovable son.
You're the queen of misdirection.
Your friend Diana?
Dino. She likes to be called Dino.
Of course, Dinah. She's so talented. Dinah took Jen to Dunkin' Donuts, of all places. Dinah knew that Brooks wouldn't be there, even on the weekend, because people named Brooks don't frequent Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, how I miss Dunkin' Donuts.
When you're better.
Alright. Seriously though, you could, I don't know, let one of your friends fix you out maybe? Seriously, all you do is visit me in the hospital and work. Let's face it, I'm not much fun in my current state. I won't hold it against you if you come back on your visits. Seriously, you need a light, Mom.
Advice from my still adolescent son, who speaks in the hospital bed yet.
Alright, I'm clearly not getting through to you, so subject change. How's Dino? Is she doing alright?
Except for her found intervention with your sister. Yeah, she's doing great. She's been spending a lot of time in her easel. Oh, she didn't think she could make it during visiting hours, so she asked me to deliver a gift. She apparently made a commitment to come here every weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, and feels terrible that, I got it. She wanted you to have a picture, a painting of your favorite colors. It's supposed to be impressionistic. I think it is. I guess it is. I'm just not sure what my impression of it is.
It's the creek behind her house. Look, there's the pine tree that lost most of its branches in the storm last October.
Oh, I see. Thanks.
Don't overanalyze it. Just enjoy the colors and the brush strokes. Don't worry about the meaning. Tell Dino I said thank you and that it's really cool.
You can tell yourself when you see her.
In case...
Alright, I'll tell her. Now, where's Shella?
Oh, right there's good. You can see it from the bed, and Dino will appreciate its prominent position. She'll be famous one day. We can say we knew her when.
Well, they'll say the same thing about you. I have a recording of your last performance in the coffee shop if you're interested. Oh, and I brought you a guitar in case you want to, you know.
Mom.
And I brought you a French book.
Mom.
I know. Don't get a hold of myself. I have total and unassailable confidence that you're going to recover and you're going to rock this world. Oh, I need to get going. I really don't want to leave you. But salary or not, there's work to do. And now's the time to show dedication. Benjamin? Ben? All right. Get some sleep. I love you. Remember that. Get some rest. And get strong. Again. Oh good, you're still here. I didn't forget you. I was on my way. Dr. Mehler wants to talk to you. Did his assistant get through? Yes, we set an appointment for Monday during my lunch break. Angela, do you know why the receptionist couldn't or wouldn't tell me? It's probably about long-term care. I have a couple of brochures for you, so you'll be prepared. What is all this? Options for moving Benjamin to a long-term care facility. No, it's too soon. The doctors, they don't know everything. I've done my research online and in the medical library. There have been cases that I know how hard this is for you. You can't possibly. This isn't a punishment or a lack of hope. This is just getting Ben the best care in a facility better equipped for his needs. We shouldn't talk so close to. He might hear us. He might understand. He might think we've given up on him. Oh, no one is giving up on him. This is about money, isn't it? The insurance won't cover the hospital. I really don't know the ins and outs of it, but we all want what is best for Benjamin. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have jumped on you. I'll look into it, I will. It's just, I can't wait for you to meet him when he's more himself. To see how special he is. I already know he's special. He's got such a strong cheering squad. You, Jennifer, Dino. There is always someone in this room talking to him, holding his hand, playing music. He'll dazzle you know. When he wakes up. Wake up, Benjamin. Wake up. Dazzle me.
Do you hear that? I was good, but I was never that good. No, the man caressing those keys is Percival West. His eldest son is Horace West. The West family reside in this big old house on the corner. Well, I spent many nights jamming, and many mornings hung over this place. I was considered extended family. In this bare bedroom, in the back, sits a sacred monument. The upright column Hamilton is set 8 inches from the wall, so the music reflects into the room. It permeated into every corner of that house. Horace and the other children are allowed in this room only when their father grants permission.
That bedroom should have been mine. The piano stood against the wall where my bed should have been. The white bookcases were full of sheet music, long-playing albums, and photos of my father. posing with celebrities. My father, Percival West, was a tall man with a gentle touch that he reserved for the keyboard. His big soft hands had long tapered fingers that could span 11 keys. That's more than any other piano player I ever knew. And his fingers, each one moved as if each one had its own instinct. He could transform those idle ivory and black keys into magical sounds, ranging from the jarring, discordant din of the subways below the street to the smooth, silky sounds of angels playing above.
Stacy is Horace's wife of 40 years.
Sometimes I just need to let him rewind. He gets bogged down in the past. He and Percival don't talk much anymore. Eventually, slowly, he comes back to the present. And me. Horace, give it time, yeah? Maybe you should try to contact him again when you feel ready.
I don't know what to say. I just don't know how.
But you have to do something. Look, I know it's been tough. But you've taken the first step. You got your 30-day chip. It's a start. The next step is talking to him.
Yeah, it's a start. But it's the same old question. Do you have any idea what it's like growing up with a father who's been declared a genius by everyone he's played for? Dad wasn't a major asshole about his gift, just a minor one. He spent hours hunched over that Baldwin, transcribing melodies that came into his head at all hours of the day or night. He'd leave the room without notice or saying a word, as if he were racing a fire, sometimes in mid-sentence. He heard the world differently than others. He would soak up the sounds of life. The wind through the trees, traffic on a summer day, or the high-pitched clatter of vendors on the street. There were times he tried to explain it all. I remember him insisting that I sit next to him on the warm piano bench.
This is a complex instrument with 88 keys and hammers striking strings and dampers and pedals, but none of that really means a damn. It's all about the soul of the man sitting in his seat, coaxing the sounds to emerge. It's all just hardwood, steel, and ivories, unless you bring it to life. Don't sit here unless you mean it, unless you're committed to it.
We got used to the great Percival West's absence. I would continue the conversation about it, hardly missing a beat. The communication had a different cadence to it, much like his jazz. It was loud and hard-edged. Their verbal duet contained notes and counter notes that we kids couldn't understand. Mom tried to fill in when he was missing, but with a brood of 6, she was spread thin. He wasn't unfaithful, but he had a mistress named Jazz. If he wasn't slumped over the keyboards in the room down the hall, we knew he was at Club Russo, downtown.
The Club Russo was in the middle of the 200th block of Main Street, one of the last original storefronts, formerly a speakeasy in the 20s. Max Pearson had saved it from the wrecking ball by buying it for 10 cents on the dollar at auction. He had restored the old brick and stuck the show to its original glory. And every night, the music lured you inside as it rolled out onto the sidewalks from the open shutters.
Special occasions or holidays when we were kids, we would sit at the back of the club to catch the first set. We could make out the ghost of our father in the corner of the stage through the blue smoke at his keyboard.
Sonny Jenkins on the bass. He's skinny and curled around his instrument that's 6 inches taller than his frail frame. Sometimes I wonder if he'll make it to the end of the set. His sound rumbles under your seat and fills the dark corners of the room. Pete Cochran is behind the drums, constantly in syncopated motion. He never misses a beat or my wordless cues. His hair is graying and his joints are aching. I know he sleeps with those drumsticks. Josiah Peterson is the 4th member of this well-oiled machine I call the West Quartet. Josiah is big and round and sweaty after just a few notes. He can play anything that requires long winds and a soft touch. His saxophone reaches the highs and lows that brings you to tears and blurs the boundaries between heaven and earth.
My father was the glue that held this group together, no matter where the melody led them. They seldom spoke. They played what they felt, and it was a seamless song of the city. I couldn't play a note. I just didn't get jazz or the blues. Dad's body language expressed his disappointment. I developed my own fantasy world through acting and singing. I skipped the loneliness by being others. I found my home in Broadway show tunes.
When I was young, I spent the hours after midnight wearing out the LPs of Dave McKenna or Charlie Mingus or Thelonious Monk.
I fell asleep at night fantasizing about being Robert Preston, Rex Harrison, Gordon McCrae.
Horace could go on stage unafraid, consume a role, and connect with an audience.
I approached my father and mother with the possibility of pursuing my dream past high school. I worked overtime and I took on as many part-time and summer jobs as I could. I knew Dad couldn't save enough for his earnings as a musician. Protecting his artistic drive was always deemed more important by the family.
Horace was the first West to go to college. He went to state because they had a good acting school. He flourished under the wings of a professor who thought he had that undefined something to make it. But his mentor was wrong.
It's like most people who don't make a living at what they love. I had minor successes in college and local productions, but all were fleeting and never added up to what my father had hoped for. But I am who I am. I don't always choose what or who you fall in love with. Sometimes love chooses you, unannounced. And then there was Stacy. We were in a local revival of Oklahoma as part of the sporting cast in the summer of '69.
Yeah, we were stage left, doing our best to blend in with the scenery and harmonize with the chorus. And during the second act ensemble song, The Farmer and the Cowman, the director had Horace and I paired off. And our clasped hands started to perspire.
There was something electrical when we looked deep into each other's eyes as choreographed. By the final reprise of Oklahoma, our lives were linked beyond the stage. There was mutual love by the second act. She has been my leading lady in search of an act 3 for all these years. She helps me focus whenever I want to go off script.
So, are you going to see him? Come on, time is running out. You know he's been hiding it for some time. Your brother said he doesn't know how long he has.
I don't know what to do or say. I've never known what to say.
My friend Percival had persevered from the ailments that threatened to separate him from his piano. The arthritis had eaten away his dexterity. The gout had hobbled him, but he could still work the pedals. A minor stroke had taken him by surprise. Stacy and Horace go up the first step of the front porch of the old house with the peeling whitewashed paint.
A pair of old rockers are still there, but the house seems smaller since Mom has passed. Dad has let the house go the last few years. There's terracotta pots lining the porch with Oscar plants beyond recognition. What am I going to say, Stacy?
Just speak from your heart. Let the last few years fade away. And remember when you were both looking for your own answers, when the hurt didn't matter. If you miss this moment, a piece of you will leave with him.
They go up 3 steps, through the screeching screen door, into the heavy oak card door. Stacy stops and sits in the bench seat in the entranceway with the high echoing ceilings. A few chords drift from the rear, buffeted by the stale, heated air.
My head is full of stanzas of unwritten melodies. There are no words. I turn the corner and stop when I see Dad leaning over the keys. His left hand lingers, but his right moves easily to complete an ethereal phrase that would not come from his now silent lips. Time skips a beat, but his music does not. The air seems lighter as the sun streams in as it emerges from behind a cloud. I don't know what to say, but I know what to do.
This must be a shock.
Sí, tengo miedo.
I know you are afraid. I am sorry, but we need to speak English.
My English is not so good.
I am a volunteer liaison.
Volunteer liaison?
Voluntaria enlace. I'm here to help you with your paperwork, anything else you need. You understand?
Sí. Yes, I'm far away.
From your home? About 40 miles?
A long way.
It is not too far.
This is Catholic?
No, this is not Catholic. This is Episcopalian.
That is a long word. Episcopal?
Episcopalian.
Episcopalian.
That's very good. A difficult word to pronounce. The church only has this empty preschool classroom house unit. We are sorry that we can only provide you with a low table and low chairs.
It's okay. Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Why do you help me? Voluntaria?
Many years ago, my mother, like you, came to the U.S. She received amnesty, eventually, under President Reagan. I was born here, but I spent every summer with my abuelita in Cuernavaca. Emilia, I had to document your story for the lawyer. I will ask you some personal questions. The lawyer is trying to build a case. Now, how did you get here?
I came with Father Antonio.
No, not here. ¿Cuándo cruzaste la frontera? When did you cross the border?
I came to El Norte in 2005. It took 2 months alone or walking. I crossed New Negades.
Did you come alone?
Yes, I had the ends in Valencia near Phoenix.
And you left your country because?
Because of the gangs. My mother was afraid. They take you and they kill you. If you don't do what to stay, they kill you.
Father Antonio told me that you had a brother?
My older brother, Miguel, was hung in the streets.
He was murdered. You feared for your life.
I feared for my life, my mother's life.
Did you pay for a coyote to come?
Yes, I came with clothes. How you to say? Oh my God, I came here with nothing.
Mom sure loved this table.
Yes. She polished it enough. How much?
$109.25.
Alright. I will count this. You count the coins.
Who's eating pennies?
Some guy. Hey, bought the kids' bike.
That is almost an antique.
Hey, I learned to ride on that.
It's 2018, Sean. As I said, an antique.
Well, Mom's table's all we have left.
Yes.
I tried my best to sell it. I almost had that New York Knits. Since she needed a table, but decided it was too big.
You are a great salesman.
Hey, this is what I do, sis. Hey, count me.
We had some great times around this table.
Yes. It is pristine. Mom loved the polish.
Old English. She insisted that the spray polish left the film. It was her mother's table.
It's the only thing left.
It was a wedding present from her mother. Are you sure you don't want the table?
No way. Ginny is strictly Scandinavian minimalist modern. Everything in our house is contemporary.
I don't have a dining room in my apartment. Unfortunately, I can't use it. Any memories of this table, it seems a shame to not find it a good home.
Must be somebody who needs it, wants it.
I am glad you said that. I feel sorry about getting rid of it. I have had an idea. There's a church near where I live.
There's a church near where I live.
Stop trying to
Alright, so go on.
It is known as a sanctuary church.
A what?
Don't we all see mis hijos, Eduardo, Alberto, and Rosa, in my husband Carlos?
At weekends, los fines de semana.
Carlos was at weekend. He cannot lose his job. How was it, my children?
We can try to send a van to pick them up after school, at least a couple of times a week, so they can be with you. A church group here is making arrangements.
Rosa is 8 years old. She needs me.
Yes.
Do they know where I am?
Yes.
Does Flamira know where I am?
Yes. Ice knows you are here. Emilia, por eso te tienes que quedar aquí adentro. That's why you must remain inside.
I was working at the factory for furniture. I was sewing. The migrant came. I don't have any papers. Big trouble. The government said, not to my case. I was to leave America. I miss my family. My husband Carlos, he has papers. My children, they are Americans. I cannot leave them.
We have a good immigration lawyer, abogada de inmigración, who has taken up your asylum petition, petición de asilo.
How long?
I don't know.
If I go outside,
it could arrest you.
There's this woman.
And illegal.
Yes.
And illegal. Illegals commit crimes. The government has to build a wall because of increased crime.
No, Sean. If they break the law, they're deported. They're never allowed to return.
Those are the ones that catch.
No.
Hell, I do. They've broken the law by entering illegally.
They are escaping violence, poverty.
Oh, please, you're beginning to sound like a bleeding heart. Sanctuary protects criminals.
What happened to love thy neighbor?
My neighbors. Yes. You may lose count. $807. What do you have?
$19.05.
That is a whopping $826.05.
I think Mom would have wanted the table to go to a good home.
It's a freaking piece of furniture. Not a puppy.
I know.
You're trying to guilt trip. Should have given the table to that Yankee.
The church needs the table.
Tell me, is this illegal one of the many at the border I've seen on the news? How long has this illegal been?
No, she's been here many years. She's been working in a factory, doing a job that no one else wants. That is until it was raided by ICE. She's in sanctuary. She's seeking asylum.
They're harboring a fugitive.
She's an immigrant like our grandparents.
They came in through immigration, legally.
Giving the church the table, that she and her family would not have to sit at a table designed for a 3-year-old. Her kids do their homework on the floor.
So do mine. Sometimes.
Sean, I know for a fact that Jennifer has all of you sit down at a table for family dinner and eat.
Okay.
I'm willing to make a deal. I will give you all of these tables for this.
No, there's no way I'm backing down. Unless you babysit the kids for a weekend, a long weekend, and you look after the dog when we go on vacation this summer.
I'm allergic to dogs, you know that.
Precisely. Shagar.
There is one stipulation.
What?
You deliver the table in your truck to the church.
Oh. I can do that.
Here it is.
Here it is.
I will be decent birthdays on Alberto's graduation from middle school.
Probably.
This is a safe place?
Yes.
Can I use the kitchen?
Yes. You can use it after preschool ends at noon.
I will make your friend hammer.
Sounds good.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I made the best tamale.
Mr. Fielding and Miss Singleton, welcome back to the new Renaissance restaurant. Your table is ready. Please have a seat. Justin will be right out with your bottle of wine.
Thank you.
Already ordered wine? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice night to celebrate.
I'm running a 10K on Saturday. I never drink alcohol the week before a race. That's part of my training routine. You know that.
No worries. Yeah, I mean, just, order something else.
Good evening, Mr. Fielding and Miss Singleton. Here's your special order Pinot Grigio, chilled as per your request. I compliment you on your selection.
Thank you. Oh, unfortunately, Miss Singleton will not be having wine tonight.
Can you put some apple juice in my glass, please? I always drink a lot of apple juice the week before a race.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's good. Thank you, Justin. You're running a 10K Saturday?
Yes. Your law firm is one of the sponsors. Don't you ever listen?
Yeah, I mean, well.
You said something about tonight being special.
Well, indeed it is, yeah. I mean, don't you know?
They dropped that business about suspending your law license.
No, that's gonna work itself out. No, tonight is our 6-month anniversary.
Anniversary?
What?
But honey, our first date wasn't until... My birthday is April 24th. Our first date was 10 days after my birthday. I remember because I had just broken up with Al. And promised myself to wait 60 days before going on another date. A bunch of us girls had gotten together to celebrate my birthday, and we were all joking that in 10 days, I could start dating again.
Okay,
It's been more like 4 months.
Okay, but I texted you after we met at the Arts Council luncheon, and you texted me to call you in 8 weeks. So, remember?
I didn't know text counted.
Well, what can I expect from me?
That's nice.
Mr. Fielding, your Alaskan salmon arrived by FedEx this morning. Ramon wants you to know he will begin preparation in 5 minutes.
Thank you.
We have salmon flown in.
Yeah, just for you.
This must be costing a fortune.
Well, worth it. Plus, we have a lot to celebrate.
Eggs?
Yes. And, you know, something else. Maybe a special surprise or something.
Ramon has begun preparation on the salmon. I want you to know that it will be ready in 40 minutes.
Thank you. Are you ready for the surprise?
This entire evening is turning into a surprise. Okay, what is it?
Jessica, I think you're a wonderful person, and I would like for us to make an announcement.
Are you serious? We've only been seeing each other for 4 months. Both of us are coming off of long relationships. Your ex-wife brother is trying to kill you.
Okay, I'm not worried about that. I got a restraining order.
I don't have my dissertation. I'm definitely not ready for you to make an announcement.
Well, tomorrow at 10 a.m. I call a press conference.
Press conference? Don't you think my parents should know before we make a public announcement?
What do your parents have to do with me running for state senate?
State Senate?
Yeah, state senate. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god, you thought I was talking about that kind of announcement. I
don't know what I
so
thought, but
sorry.
I'm beginning to understand. Tonight's all about you.
No, tonight's about us.
What's your running for state senator got to do with me?
Well, survey data shows that a married candidate is more trusted than a single candidate. And Frank said that in this district, that just being in a committed relationship.
Committed relationship.
Yeah, exactly. So all you have to do is, follow me around the campaign trail. You can come to all my events.
All of your events.
Host some of your events.
And host some of my
You could host a 10K or something. I mean, essentially, you'll kind of be like my stand-in wife.
Stand-in wife?
You have a problem with that?
I've never been a stand-in anything before. I'm not sure what to do.
Frank will brief you. He's got Oh, there is actually one more.
Oh, I can hardly wait. You know what? I think I will have that glass of wine.
Justin?
Yes, sir.
Miss Singleton will be having a glass of wine after all.
Sir.
So.
What the heck is this?
So it's, well, like,
You want me to open this like right now?
Yeah, please.
Thank you. Are you fucking serious?
Don't get upset, Jessica.
Don't get upset!
Frank says it's just something that we need to have. It's not a big deal. It's not a big
It is to me!
All you need to do is sign it, get it notarized,
Oh,
and you
really?
can take
What
it
am
to
I
my
signing?
office.
No, the party here agrees not to disclose any information, including but not limited to financial, medical, or personal information. Oh my god. Furthermore, no details of body marking shall be revealed, and any utterances made in the heat of passion shall remain confidential. Jesus H. Christ!
Listen, Frank says that is just standard language found in most non-disclosure agreements.
Does Frank know you got Jesus was wrong tattooed on your ass?
I was drunk. And I was in college. I was going through a very dark time in my life. You call it a Nietzsche period. So,
I've never heard of that one before. What's this for $500,000?
that's the minimum amount of liquidated damages my law firm will write into a non-disclosure agreement. And it didn't really feel fair for me to try and make an exception for myself. So.
There, no, we certainly wouldn't want that poor little boy. No. I've lost my appetite. I'm ready to leave.
But the salmon, I had it flown all the way from Alaska.
I've heard all I want about that goddamn salmon.
Okay.
I need to use the restroom. Tell me, does Frank also require a urine sample?
It's possible. Well, I'm gonna go check on Ramon and the salmon. I'll meet you back here just a little bit.
Whatever.
Okay. See you soon.
Don't count on it.
Oh, what's up, bud? Wow. These favorite types of bed. What is that?
This is my specimen. See that Mr. Fielding gets it? I'm going to call an Uber.
Okay, alright. I know, you got knives. I know. Alright. Hey, you complete me, bud. You complete me. Where'd she go?
She called an Uber, sir.
An Uber?
Yes, sir.
Damn. She was all out of sorts tonight. Huh. We're gonna get right over there and straighten things out. Oh, man. Oh, my. Can you believe this? She made all that fuss about getting apple juice because it's part of her training for the race. Oh, no, she better get her apple juice. And then she leaves the whole thing. You know, I mean, I don't like wasting things, so.
Sir,
Justin! I'm gonna tip you as if we were here for the whole meal. 20%, maybe 18, you were here a lot. Thank you. Please go box up the salmon, and I will...
Absolutely, sir. right away. You enjoy your evening.
Thank you.